evening. Sorry about that. We're able to establish our live connection and call this informal meeting to order. So currently, first item on the agenda is, yeah.
Can't hear you back here.
Oh, you can't?
No.
How about now? Okay. Sorry, I didn't do a mic test before, so just started to try to jump into this. So, currently, we are waiting on our third member to at least have a quorum, so we're going to, in our roll call, as our first item here, Member Pratt, I am here. Member Schwanger is unavailable. Member Pearson is not going to be able to attend tonight. Member Carlson?
Here.
And Member Jacob Blue is en route, but he is probably 15 minutes away still. So, that said, we're going to move on to our second item, discussion and possible action regarding parks cleanup. And I believe who would have been our speaker wasn't able to make it here. Mr. Lars Ewing from Public Services, excuse me. So instead, I believe EJ has his points to bring up. So, were you able to hear that? Oh, okay. The second item on the agenda is something that the Parks Director would normally be here for to describe, but Mr. Crandall has the point that was going to be communicated about the park cleanup.
I got the email from Lars. So let's see, the docks are actually in planning now because the Lucerne Harbor dredging project wasn't just the final of it. We wanted to make sure the docks were put in as well so people can pull up to the to the harbor. So those are in the planning stage right now. Davis Beach, when you brought that up, so it's the vegetation that we're worried about on the side and the garbage, Dan. Yes, and so that's what he's going to have the crew look at thoroughly, and when he comes next month, I assured him today when he said he wasn't notified of it, and then Austin had just said now that we're going to ensure he comes for next month, so we can have more of an action of what he's done for what your concern was when it comes to Davis Beach. And then not only that, but also the area with the Tulies at the park, at Alpine Park, where that area is. That's another spot we asked him to look at. He said he would definitely find out more and work with Water Resources to find out what they have to do, if they have to move them, relocate them, or whatever the case may be. So that was his update there for now. I didn't know if there was those were the three things that I remembered you all talking about. So I didn't know if there was more on that. But that's what he gave me. He will be on your agenda next month. I did confirm with him I said, well, if you're not coming tonight, are you coming next month? He says, yes, I had something else planned tonight. So I didn't get a confirmation or anything. So he will be here next month. And then that's when we can go further in the depth with that. Do you want me just to go into the other updates that I had?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So tomorrow on the agenda, on 7.5 is an untimed item about roads and bridges. Actually, it's the SB1 plan, but the roads and bridges that affect Lucerne, let me open that real quick. So on the project number, you have the Nice Lucerne cutoff. We talked about that last month, that would be worked on. And it's got a pre-construction date of next year, 26. That would be in June. Then there is the Lucerne's Road Safety Improvements and Pavement Rehabilitation Plan. It's about 5 miles of roads in the town of Lucerne, safety improvements, and that would be in the same time frame of June of 26 as well. Then it has at the bottom PP07. It has the short span bridge of Morrison Creek Bridge at the foothill repair. So that's on this list. So there's about 7 projects on this list. Morrison's on there as of now. So just wanted to make sure you all knew that. That's going to be discussed tomorrow on a non-timed item. So if you call in or if you're there to make sure it stays on there or something else doesn't replace it, that would be ideal. But just really glad to see that on there. Still do need in the meantime, I can't just sit there like that. I know that I've talked to a couple other folks who said, and I know you said this too as well, Coach, is a Bailey Bridge or something like that. Could be something part-time, yeah. Yeah, so still talking to them about that, trying to see if there could be something in the meantime, because there's no outlet for anybody when they're coming out for ambulances or anything like that, so that is, and I did find out more about the Victoria Creek. So that is still something that is on the county's books. So that letter is accurate. They've never taken it off or anything like that. So they're looking into how and where and when was the last time they used funding for it and what to do with it from here forward. So good job finding that. Let's see. Okay, so we had the Lake Pillsbury Town Hall or actually it was a couple weeks back over in the Soper Reese. It went really well. There was a lot of folks there, and I've seen that there was like about 100 people and about, I don't know, how many was there in the Zoom? In the Zoom?
Oh, in the Zoom.
Yeah.
Over 800?
Okay, if it was 800, yeah.
It was, not Zoom, YouTube.
YouTube, that's what it was.
Yeah. And like
Oh, it was 800? Okay. Okay,
It was a
cool.
lot.
Yeah, great.
And we just keep getting views. It's amazing.
I've seen it in my feed. It's pretty exciting to watch.
Yeah,
it.
well,
Over like 1,100 people watched that 3-hour video. Which
Great.
is amazing. And then
Right.
thousands of just clicks, views from our Facebook page too. So
yeah, see?
it's gaining a lot of energy. Gaining a lot of
Yeah, so, and it has been, and we've been fighting the whole time. So we've been doing this, we've been having meetings about it, we've been going to different meetings about it, so it's good to have one in the hometown where people can enjoy and be a part of it from Lake County and not have to worry about the other groups coming in. And so that's how that went. They had the last dump days here in Clear Lake Oaks. I want to say there was about 110 tons this last time. Total of 660 tons is what I have. I don't know if I have the accurate numbers. I know last time it was in the like 490 or something like that. So 660 tons from Nice, Lucerne, Clear Lake Oaks, and then I'm working on doing an Upper Lake. It's not going to be with the Cal Recycle funding, but it'll probably be with something else. We'll look at something else because Upper Lake didn't really have one, and so I want to make sure everyone in the district has at least a dump day or two. We've had 2 in every other town, so I wanted to make sure that happens. Let's see. I think at the Victoria Creek. Dump days, docks. Animal control director, we are doing interviews tomorrow. I know that the last animal control director had resigned, or he's still in contract with us, but he has to move home for family reasons, so that's what's going to happen there. We just hired a PHO, Dr. Bernstein. So before we had another lady who was working with us, Dr. Duan, but she decided to not work with us anymore. So we ended up recruiting, and now we have Dr. Bernstein. We'll see how that goes, and that's good news, And that's really what I have for now. I know also the agenda tomorrow is. Sorry. There we go. There is, let's see, the fire zones, I think, or not the fire zones, but the boundaries. That will be at the 9:30. It's the consideration of proposed ordinance to designate fire hazard severity zones in the local responsibility areas of Lake County. So that's something we've had to keep pushing back, so that'll be on tomorrow as well. Yeah, those are the main ones. And we have also the Public Defender Oversight Committee, and of course that road SB1. And then lots of closed session items. So that's what we have. So that's what I have for today so far. If there's any questions, I'll take them.
Are they going to change the severity zones for the fire? Are there any changes?
Yes, let's look. There's proposed changes. I think that's what's in there, but I'll pull it up right now so we can look.
Is it Cal Water doing that?
Community Development and Administration Office, I think in collaboration. Let me see here. the draft ordinance right here. Yeah, CAL FIRE. Yeah. Yeah, so they're working with CAL FIRE, yeah, like she said. All right.
All right. Thank you. And just before we get into public comments, I do want to just jump back into item number 3. Discussion really just on the update from myself, Vice Chair Pratt, regarding the District 3 MAC Alliance or D3 Super MAC. Specifically, the link to this survey, if everyone has a copy of their agenda currently, or Zoomers, perhaps they could find one online. We have shared them to the county, I think it's the Civicist page. Sorry, the exact URL verbiage is beyond me right now, but this link will be available there. It's a Google Doc, and I think it takes less than 15 minutes, 20 minutes if you're really thinking hard. That mostly multiple choice questions, pretty base kind of things about, first question would be asking where you're from. It's a drop-down menu, and obviously we're all generally from Lucerne. We're being represented by CERT, other areas, so kind of Tays listed in there, Paradise Valley, etc. You select that, and then from there, the questions get a little bit more specific, but it's been 2 weeks since I've submitted mine, but please everyone do go out there and click that link and try to get that survey in as soon as possible, because it is something that our Super MAC is going to be working directly off of, and particularly of the 3 MAC town hall areas, the more responses that I and Ms. Schwanger get, we're the Super MAC attendees or board Super Mackers. I'm not sure which we're called, but at any rate, we're the members on there, and the more that of the responses we get from our surveys, from you all or your friends, anybody you want to share that to currently in Lucerne, or have a even part-time temporary, they're here every once in a while, they can also submit that survey, and that would help out a lot. And I think it's open, if I recall, at least another month. I believe Holly Harris, someone we have on Zoom, is going to be able to answer that for sure. And that said, that would be the end of that agenda item.
I'm going to get her to try and speak, because I want to test the.
Cool. That would be great. All right. So that said, we're going to move on to item number 5 from 3 to public comments. The citizen has up to 3 minutes to provide input on any item not appearing on the agenda. These items can often be further discussed on a future agenda if the Surf Council agrees to add it for a future item.
Thank you. I want to say thank you for the update, Austin, though I have to tell you I couldn't hear any of what you said on Zoom. But I just wanted to support the whole, everybody in, District 3 going in and giving us input on this survey, because it's really, really important that we get feedback from everyone so that we know what direction to take. Anyway, thank you.
Thank you. I think I saw public comment still. Public announcements and comments, yes.
Ho, 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 Surf. 'Tis the season to prepare for disaster preparedness. Courtesy of the state of California and the Scotts Valley Band of Pomo Indians Disaster Services, these booklets are available on the back table. It's better to be ready than not, and we know that disaster season, fire season can be really bad, so let's be prepared. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, you want to, if you would, to the mic, so we're technically on the record, although it is an informal meeting, so we,
Okay. I was wondering if we could invite whoever is in charge of the...
Tilt the mic up just so, yeah.
just a little bit, yeah, that's what I was doing. See,
Okay.
it doesn't get me. This is what I did.
If we could invite whoever is in charge of the muscle program to come here and speak to us about the local program. About 8 or 9 years ago, I worked for the muscle program during one summer, and I can tell you that if the mussel program is the same now as it was then, the only reason that there is no mussels in the lake is by pure luck. And I believe that there's like 5 or 6 different ramps around the lake where they sporadically monitor boats entering the lake. And I believe there's a number like around 800 different locations where boats can actually be launched in the lake. And also, one last thing, listening to recent newscasts, it seems like there's now a new strain of mussel that local lakes are aware of. And some of the lakes, like Folsom Lake, for example, I don't know exactly how the program works, but the way I understand it, if you pull your boat out of Folsom Lake, there's somebody there to put some kind of a lock on it. And if you come back to that lake without the lock, there's a whole different inspection that the boats have to go through before they can launch into the lake. So I think it would be good if we could hear from somebody that's operating the mussel program and find out if they really think they're doing any good or if we're just lucky.
Thank you. Thank you. If I could real quick, so the mussel you're speaking of is the golden mussel, and they have a similar program for Lake Berryessa.
Yeah.
Hi, Julia Carrera, candidate for 3rd District Supervisor. The mussel program is really important, and Lake Berryessa actually got shut down because of the golden mussels. We don't want that here in Clear Lake. We need as much economic driver as we can get, or in our county, I should say. But I wanted to give some good news. This weekend was a free adoption event at our animal control here in Lake County, and 25 dogs were adopted, and that is a record. Statewide, it was free adoptions, and the fact that Lake County adopted 25 where, nobody went over 5 is huge. So yay for animal control and the people of Lake County saving the dogs from the shelter. Wanted to give some good news.
Thank you.
How's it going?
Perfect time. Excellent. Thank you, Julie Herrera. Do we have any other public commenters?
I was going to just add to your District 3.
Supermac thing? Yeah.
Does anyone know doesn't know what that is? The Supermac, or what they're calling it? It's basically all 3, Worth, Surth, West Region, Surth, and Earth coming together once or twice. It's in the survey, right? It's either going to be once or twice a year, maybe 3 times a year, something like that.
Yeah.
So it's going to be the 3 groups coming together with the similar issues. They're going to focus on those, but it doesn't take away from this. Doesn't take away from this town hall. This town hall will still be in effect every month. That one will just be on top of. So it's really going to focus on the collaborative issues between each and every, between you 3. So like one, obviously, we talked about before was universal garbage. And I'll just leave it at that one because there's others still that you're looking at. But that's what the goal of that was. It was you remember Gene Polino, it was one of his goals too, was to kind of have a group together, all kind of like a force of one, but at the same time not taking away from the others. And I've actually talked to some other supervisors that have done it before in their districts in different areas in the county, in different California counties. So it works really well. It adds to what keeps me in tune with what you all need or want. Actually, these are very important to me because if I didn't have these, I wouldn't know how to advocate for you in the meetings. So that's just another stronger piece. Hopefully it works out the way you all want to, and we'll see how it goes. But either way, we'll keep having these. So
Thank you very much. Any other public commenters? Public comment? Anyone else? Another? The back? Yes? Okay. Sorry if you would, the mic. Oh. While our next public commenters are coming to the microphone, our other member, Jacob Blue, has arrived. Welcome, Jacob.
Thank you.
You go. Oh, and we have officially established a quorum. Thank you. Sorry, public comment are gone.
That's okay. It had come to my attention that the Upper Lake Yard has been moved, and they're the ones that grade the Robinson Road and up through there.
Is it Caltrans or?
No, it's
the
public,
sorry, okay, yeah.
Public work. And the way that road was maintained is it was graded twice a year, and for some reason it seemed like they were lacking, but that road gets really bad. And from what I have been told is that the time of the year for that road to be graded was changed or is being changed to between late October and the end of March, which is ridiculous because that's our rainy season. If you grade the road during that time, it doesn't do any good. It gets destroyed. So if you guys can look into that and find out why that change is coming about, and if it could be changed up to where it's back to being graded in the springtime and in late fall, because the road, it gets really bad. It's a dirt road, and
Yeah.
we have older people that live up there, and that's, it's the only way in and out. So it's a one car, road. You have to be careful on there. And grading is very important. The rains really destroy the roads, and it gets, real ruddy,
Yeah.
and you can get stuck in there, or even go off the side of the road. So if you could look into that, that would be great.
Thank you. Any other public commenters would like Dan, I thought I maybe saw your hand. No? No one else? Okay. End of public comment. That said, do we have any other announcements? Any other members? Any members of the public? Any members, us on board? No announcements? Cool. So that said, our last item is adjournment. And I think, do I have to call this as a vote? Do I hear a second? Because now we have a quorum.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
We adjourn this, sir. Thank you. Sorry.
Awesome. Right on time.
I don't. Yeah.